Hello boys and girls, and welcome to a quick tutorial. Today we're going to be replacing this main menu with my main menu asset I have saved here on my desktop. That's going to let us do some things like graphics and resolutions. So as par for the course in this FPS game series, just reuse code rather than learning it, and especially with things like main menu, there's really no point in learning all of the code. So I made this project back when I was still kind of bad at coding and really bad at Unity. So first things first, we need to get rid of these errors. So first thing we need to do is go to our package manager and go to in Unity registry and type in post p and install the post processing package. And as we can see, we have two level loader scripts. So we'll just get rid of the one that already exists, and that gets rid of all of our errors. And now if I take scenes, I can take my main menu, put it in the scene here. So I'm going to delete the old main menu, and then I'm going to take the new main menu and example scene and move them into our regular scenes. There we go. And we will set the play game button to load test scene A. And that quickly we have set up a main menu, and that thumping sound is for audio testing. So you can do master volume, effects volume, all that fun stuff. We can also go into our settings and change the resolution. It will automatically detect resolution based on the screen. On custom, we have a bunch of different options. Now there's something we need to go ahead and do to set up some things like the post-processing, anti-alicizing, and motion blur. So let's go ahead and do that. I set it to very high. I also want the motion blur to be set on automatic. I don't know why it's being set off. So let's go to the presets. Search motion blur. 0 is on and 1 is off. So I have this backwards. 0 is on, 0 is on, 0 is on, 1 is off, 1 is off. There we go. Oh Lord, is it not memorizing the master volume? So I need to fix that too. Now if we turn motion blur on, it'll still be on. If we set the preset to very high, it should still be on. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix the volume slider not being saved. We need to make a master slider, and that slider dot value needs to equal player prefs dot get int or get float master volume. There we go. Now it loads the master slider. So there's a little bit of coding in this tutorial. That's just because I forgot early. But now, if we want to say do something like set this to low, then we can set custom to see the values again. We can now play the game, and it will have applied those values, although it may be hard to see them because we don't really have any textures or anything yet. So let's also go to our game graphics, and on defaults disable all of this and go to deferred on all of these, and that's going to set it to desktop rendering and allow us to use anti-alicizing. And let's also go to our player, and you can choose gamma or linear lighting. We'll just switch it to linear lighting because it's better. Alright, and now what we want to do is add the post-processing effects. So let's go into one of our game scenes. I'm gonna fix this player health kind of moving around here. Gotta add the old level loader, or replace the old level loader rather. Let's see, loading fill, loading percent. Also need to replace that level loading text we removed from the level loader since we deleted it. And then of course fill in the buttons again. So we gotta fill in all these buttons again. Level loader, some of them are return to menu, some of them are restart. Okay. Then we're gonna make a post-processing layer. So make an empty game object, and we'll call this post-processing, actually volume. And we need a post-processing volume. Make a new profile volume. We're gonna add motion blur, enable the effects, and then we're gonna add post-processing settings. Set post-processing settings. There we go. And on our player camera, we will add a post-processing layer and set the layer to, where is it? Oh, well, we didn't add the layer yet, so add a layer called post-processing and add the layer to that on the post-processing layer. And then we are going to do set camera settings, and we're actually going to copy that layer, put it on our gun camera as well, and set camera settings on the gun to make sure the gun camera also gets the same settings. And now back to our post-processing layer, set that to the post-processing volume, set that back to the post-processing layer as well. And now our post-processing effects should be enabled. You can see motion blur there turned itself off. Let's see what the setting is. It's off. So if we turn it on and go to it, you can see the motion blur is now indeed on. And we're getting some kind of error here. Level 2 load is. And I think that error is just going from the menu to the level. So let's go back to our scenes, go back to our main menu, and let's check our level loading script here. And yes, indeedy, we do not have a title. So we'll put a level title text here, auto size it, scale it up a bit, also put that there. Okay, and now our clipping plane is 200, but if I go to, where is it, render distance, set that to very high, it should be like 1,000 now. There, it's set to 1,000. And so that's our graphic settings all set up, even though you can't exactly tell they're working, but they are. It's just the game is so basic that it doesn't really need graphic settings right now. There we go. We have graphic settings and resolutions. So let's go ahead and test the resolutions by building it out. And there is a bug with the smallest resolution, so let's see if that is still fixed. Like when you return to the main menu, yeah. So it force resets it there because of some sort of bug, but that's okay. Just don't use the smallest resolution and you'll be alright. Alright, and we forgot to add some FPS to the FPS thing here. So we just need some sort of FPS script. So I'm going to make a new script and call it FPS Counter. I'm going to yoink this code from my other games, and just put it on there, and then put the FPS counter on it. There we go. Now we have FPS counter for the game as well. We can copy that FPS counter and go to our test scene and paste it, but we want to paste it inside the canvas. Now we have FPS counter in our game as well. And last thing we need to do is to make this post-processing thing in all scenes, I'm just going to put it in the canvas prefab under scripts. There we go. And now it is all set up with its graphic settings and main menu and whatnot. But restarting the level seems to freeze it, so let's fix that. Yeah, so the game is just not having its time.timescale being reset, so we'll just put time.timescale.1 there in the reload scene. There we go. And that fixes it. Yep, see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more future videos.